We're at the Mullumbimby Home Birth Group. It meets fortnightly on Mondays in the Cook Pioneer Room in Mullumbimby. We've just had the meeting here today, and each meeting there's a different speaker.
I'm here because I'm hoping, well, sorry, no, not even hoping, I am going to have a home birth. I've been recently accepted onto the Mullumbimby Home Birth Programme, so very excited about that.
Yes.
We have started a pilot of publicly funded home birth, which gives women the option of coming in under the support of the hospital, and it's Medicare funded. Prior to this, if a woman wanted a home birth, she needed to elicit the support of a privately practicing midwife and pay that midwife for her service.
So just tell me, where are you thinking about setting up the pool?
Maybe here.
Okay.
Or maybe in this room here because it's closer access.
I think we've had 17 or 18 births, and they've all been very different and they've all been very beautiful, and they're really interesting. They seem to be shorter in duration, and I think that's mainly because women don't have to make the decision when to come into the birth centre, so they're just labouring without that expectation that they're going to have to change birth spaces.
We could put those plastic
Yeah,
sheets down.
I put some plastic sheets in the home birth bag. There's a whole heap of them.
We had Reuben at Mullumbimby, which was a beautiful experience, so we're really looking forward to having our next baby at home in our serene, beautiful family home. Getting a little bit of that tightening feeling, I'm not sure whether it's anything. Mullumbimby midwives are fantastic. Suzanne comes out to the house. They make you feel so very comfortable, like it's a natural process and not a disease or an illness or a condition like many people believe pregnancy is.
We have a little lesson room.
Like a horse.
It's the same criteria for the trial that we use for the service at Mullumbimby Community Birthing Service. So that is, the women are what we call normal risk, no additional risk factors.
I think they choose 2 a month out of all of the ballot, so everybody who wants to go into the draw can. It's like winning lottery.
The trial part of the programme was coming to an end in April, so I thought that meant that the last home birth was in April rather than the last ballot was in April. So when I got the call, I was so surprised and so happy I just screamed down the phone.
It's just that it's your space instead of somebody else's. I think it will make the whole process flow a lot more naturally.
They have a primary midwife, so a midwife that they know to be their own, who follows them through the continuum from that point of entry through to 6 weeks after the baby's born. Some of the women actually also elect to have share care with a GP, who they share the visits and the responsibility of the care throughout their continuum.
It's gone very well as far as I know. I mean, I've been to one of the home births, which was wonderful and went very well, and I felt that it was conducted in a perfectly safe manner. But feedback also from other women who've been involved, had babies within the home birth project, has been very positive.
With my first pregnancy, we were just in a public hospital. We didn't have the continuity, so every time I had a meeting with a midwife, it was a different lady. And I think it makes a huge difference to actually see the same midwife throughout your pregnancy and create that bond, because it's something so intimate that you're going to go through.
Now we have this very targeted relationship between the families and the midwife. So that makes, we've identified through research that relationship with that carer makes such a difference to the woman's journey and her outcome. So that's been the biggest transition, I think, from very good care that may have had fragmentation of the carer to very, very good care where you have a known carer.
You can leave your shoes on for that.
And who is she? Has she got a name
Oh
yet?
yeah, Willow.
Willow! Beautiful.
Initially I had kind of come to the decision after having my first one going, actually I don't think I would want a home birth, because just all the extra preparation and cleaning up the mess, all that kind of stuff. I was glad I was at the hospital because I didn't have to think about any of that. But then when Leanne said they were doing this pilot program, I kind of went, well, I'll put my name in the hat. I probably won't win anyway, and then that'll be my decision made. So then when I was drawn out, I thought, well, I really should use it because it's a pretty excellent opportunity. And because I was so happy with the service that Mullumbimby provided, I'd be more than happy to go there again. I guess that's the choice between that and a home birth isn't all that different compared to choosing between a huge hospital and a home birth. So I think we're quite lucky here with that. And the lantern on, and then the pool was here.
I mean, historically, there's been an enormous rift between doctors who would perceive home birth as being irresponsible and dangerous, and that would include some midwives as well, and then midwives who feel that it can be done perfectly safely and that there are big advantages for women in terms of having a natural childbirth, and that they're feeling confident and relaxed at home.
I do think a woman needs to have trust in herself and confidence that she can birth at home, because I think that's a major part of being able to birth at home. I would say if anyone had major fears, then they probably shouldn't stay home and they should go to hospital, because it's probably safer for them.
There are now 15 models, publicly funded home birth models across Australia. So some of them have started, probably 2006 I think was the earliest model. So those 15 models are still in operation across Australia. I belong to the Home Birth Consortium, and that's those 15 models get together regularly to talk all things home birth, and we compare data, we compare processes.
There's certainly been a high demand from women for home births, so that some have been disappointed to find that they weren't able to have the home birth.
That's one of the reasons why we commenced the pilot here at Mullumbimby, because we knew that there was a high demand or a high interest in having home birth.
It's been a lot of work to get the program up and running, a lot of community support, families writing letters, petitions. We've worked for about 7 years, just really working hard to lobby for this choice for women, so we really hope that it continues.
So overall, I've been incredibly impressed, but also impressed by the results that the midwives and the families have been able to achieve. It's just outstanding.
This pilot is demonstrating that positive reception of it and the really positive outcomes, and it's so cost effective. We just see it. The quota for it being increased.